For decades, Eddie Albert was known as one of Hollywood's most likable faces. Audiences saw a warm, funny actor who seemed far removed from danger or controversy. Whether starring in films or making millions laugh on television, he built the image of an ordinary, dependable man. But behind that familiar smile was a life almost no one knew existed. His story began far from Hollywood. Born Edward Albert Heimberger in Illinois, he grew up in a family that struggled financially. As a young boy, he delivered newspapers to help support his household. During World War I, his German surname made him the target of constant bullying, and later, after radio announcers repeatedly mispronounced his last name, he dropped it professionally and became Eddie Albert. Fighting to reach Hollywood. The Great Depression destroyed his business ambitions before they could begin. To survive, Albert accepted whatever work he could find, including selling insurance, singing in nightclubs, and even performing as a circus trapeze artist. Eventually, New York opened new doors. Broadway success led Warner Brothers to cast him in Brother Rat, launching his Hollywood career. Years later, he became a household name as Oliver Wendell Douglas in Green Acres, while earning Academy Award nominations for Roman Holiday and The Heartbreak Kid. To the public, his life appeared almost perfect. A secret mission beyond the spotlight. Everything changed in 1941 when Eddie Albert's career suddenly collapsed after studio boss Jack Warner discovered Albert's affair with his wife. Forced out of Hollywood, Albert moved to Mexico and joined a traveling circus. But the circus was only part of the story. While performing as a clown and trapeze artist, Albert reportedly worked undercover for U.S. Army intelligence. Using fishing trips and photography as a disguise, he gathered valuable information on German submarine activity and Japanese operations along the Baja California coast before America officially entered World War II. The battle that changed him forever. After joining military service, Albert requested active combat duty instead of a safe assignment. During the Battle of Tarawa, his mission was supposed to recover abandoned equipment. Instead, when Marines became trapped under relentless enemy fire, he ignored his original orders. Driving an unarmored Higgins boat directly into danger, Albert repeatedly rescued wounded men from the water while organizing other landing craft to do the same. His actions helped save dozens of Marines, earning him the Bronze Star with Combat V for heroism. Yet he rarely spoke about it. Carrying invisible wounds. The war never truly left him. Albert returned home with hearing damage and lifelong combat trauma. Nightmares continued for decades, but instead of seeking attention for his military service, he quietly focused on work that could help others. He created educational films, supported environmental causes, and became an outspoken advocate for protecting the planet. While television viewers laughed at his fictional farmer on Green Acres, Albert was actually an experienced organic farmer in real life. Why he stayed silent? For more than 30 years, Eddie Albert refused to promote his wartime heroism. He believed the real heroes were the Marines who never came home. When military records finally brought his story into the public eye decades later, he remained humble. Speaking about Tarawa often brought him to tears, especially when remembering the men he could not save. In his final years, Alzheimer's disease slowly stole many of his memories. His son, actor Edward Albert, stepped away from his own career to care for him full-time until Eddie Albert passed away in 2005 at the age of 99. Hollywood remembered a gifted entertainer. Veterans remembered something even greater, a man who hid extraordinary courage behind an ordinary smile, asking for no recognition while spending the rest of his life serving others.